Hi everybody, it's Lava, and today I'm going to be making my beginner's guide to Dungeoneering. Alright, this guide is basically for the people who have never done Dungeoneering before and want just like a brief little like tutorial on how to get started. Um, my suggestion and what I've found through the advice of others and through testing it out myself is the best way to get the first, I'd say anywhere from like 60 to 70 levels is to simply just solo by yourself doing C1 rushes. And basically what that is when you're by yourself, you'll pick whatever your highest available floor. Well, I guess you would start at 1, and as you can see, I've already done 1 through 11 doing a prestige run. So you would start at, if you're just beginning, floor 1, and you would click on floor 1 in your thing. In this case, I'm going to do 12. You change your complexity to 1, and you click on the little side dungeon door. Alright, so here we are in the dungeon, and if you're on floor 1 through 11, you're going to be in an icy area. And see right here, there's a key on the ground. If you're by yourself, which I do recommend for the first, like I said, 60 or 70 levels, maybe not 70, that might be a little much. I think you can probably start doing groups at about 60. If you are by yourself though, you will have to do the keying. And basically what keying is, and it's not as bad as what everybody makes it out to be very difficult. Basically keying is running around the rooms and looking for different keys. And there really is a method to it, but that's when you get to higher level dungeoneering and you have like, I'm not sure what the largest room size is. I want to say 64, maybe. Yeah, that's maybe sounds something like that. So yeah, when you get to dungeons with very large rooms, and what you're gonna find most frequently in dungeons is guardian doors, but I haven't gotten to one yet though. One sec. And as you'll see, the corresponding key matches the door. Okay, still haven't gotten to a guardian door. Okay, guardian door. And basically, it's really as simple as this. For a guardian door, you have to kill all of the creatures in the room in order to get past. If it just says door, then you can just walk right through it without having killed all of the different creatures. And if there is a key, you can just use the corresponding key on the door, and it'll open up. Let me just kill everything in here. This is just the boss room real quick. This is just one of many bosses that you can get. And this is an abandoned floor. No, not an abandoned. Is this abandoned? I don't know. I don't know all of the different floor types. I'm pretty sure this is abandoned. And this is just one of many, like I said, bosses that you can get. And the point of this one is just to kill all of the skeletons and the mage skeletons, and until this guy over here says to block the tunnel. Okay. This is, oh wow, I got 666 experience. Wow, that's pretty messed up. Okay, so basically this is what the experience screen on this basically determines how much experience you got on the floor that you did. It bases the floor that you just finished off of the highest floor that you've done. It averages the two experiences, and then it takes into effect experience modifiers, which are basically the size of the dungeon, the amount of bonus rooms you do, the difficulty, the level mod, which I'm pretty sure is like the things that you kill and the trees that you cut, stuff like that, the complexity that you're on, the amount of deaths that you get, and it just kind of adds all that up and gets like a final like modifier. And if you're doing complexity ones, you're gonna have a really low, and it's gonna affect your experience pretty negatively, but it won't even though you're going to get a lot of low experience doing complexity ones at a low level, the amount of time that you're going to be spending on a complexity 6 doing like floor 3 is is probably going to be like 10 minutes around there, maybe a little less. But if you're fast enough, you can do a complexity 1 floor in 2 minutes, if not even less. So if you take into account the amount of time you're going to spend on a complexity 6, and it's really not worth it at all. That's why I'm showing the complexity 1 version of how to train. I mean, if you wanna experiment with different complexities, then that's up to you. I'm just recommending that you stick with one for the most part of your early dungeoneering levels. As far as bosses go, I'm not really going to talk about those since there's just so many, and I don't want to turn this into a 12-part series on dungeoneering. Um, but for the most part, most of the bosses are pretty self-explanatory, with the exception of a few. If you're just starting out and you're on the ice floors, the one that I still hate to this day is the luminescent ice fiend, and he's really annoying. You have to like run around the room. And the other one that I absolutely just cannot stand is the eyeball one. I'm not sure what his name. I think it's like Plain Freezer, Kranesh, something like that, something stupid. So yeah, this has just been a really, as you can tell, very brief explanation on dungeoneering for lower levels, and there's many more variables for when you're a higher level. I don't know, make a guide that will be much more in depth than this on dungeoneering for higher levels when you're doing large floors, and maybe even like a keying guide. So look for that sometime in the future. Uh, that's really it. Thanks for watching, and as usual, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can on your questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.